from Good Times. You hear them question the fees. You hear them say, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, but we would like to, know about this soon. And Sherry cuts them off very fast. She says the ordinance is online, which
You have nothing to worry about.
you have nothing to
Jim
worry
Green,
about.
she said, you have nothing to worry about.
So there's just some inconsistency between the message that you're trying to send to us and reassure us with, because frankly, we don't believe it right now. Like, we just can't, okay? I mean, if you wanna talk to that, I have a
Yes,
separate thing.
yes.
Okay.
So, and I will just be 100% honest, even when I personally connected with Sherry about this, we really thought that all of the questioning was about like a fee. Like she said, they're worried there's gonna be a fee. So I know she did her due diligence, calling their places, and I think she said like Lake Orion is $75 per truck. And we really thought that all of your concerns were about fees, because that's how when Jenny was here, she said, we already have our trucks lined up, how much are you gonna charge?
Yeah.
And I will be 100%, I'll speak for myself. When she presents ordinances, I am not a incredibly legal person. I know she does her work to get them. I do apologize that we probably should have reached out to you guys. I will 100% put on record that I will ask next meeting that we amend the current ordinance, and I would love to sit down with you personally and see, because, again, as a citizen, I think, I'm okay, 40 feet from a business, that seems right. I apologize if we offended you guys. I was going with 8 ordinances are very, they're lengthy, they're wordy, it's difficult, and we should have given a little more due diligence, and I just want to, on behalf of council, apologize. We did not want to offend you guys. I will, next month, I will talk to Doug and put it on the agenda that we amend this per discussion with you as to what would be more acceptable for some of these. But do you guys understand though, and the biggest thing is we were trying to make sure, and we don't know how much Marissa puts into her background checks and making sure, now, and again, as you just explained to us, the Genesee County, all of those things are taken care of. Maybe it'll be easier if you say whoever's running it, just provide us copies. Is that too much work for you? If it's not?
I have it all.
Okay, and that's,
that's
again,
how
so
we
if
thought.
we can sit down, she was trying to do housekeeping, get us caught up, because people have said, you guys are really lacking on your ordinances. We're trying to get caught up.
That's what we've been trying to do.
Can I ask another question? I have actually.
You
two
can,
Katie was
but
first.
Katie had her
Okay.
hand up.
questions. Sorry.
Katie Vick, I feel like I need to kind of speak a little bit to this because I've actually basically been a fly on the wall from the initiation of the origins of this entire conversation beginning, which was at a Chamber of Commerce meeting, where there were a couple of business owners that came to the Chamber of Commerce meeting, and they came there to say, we have a problem with the food trucks, we can't have this, it's affecting our business, they're parking in our parking spaces, blocking our area. They were not Chamber of Commerce members, but they were at the Chamber of Commerce meeting complaining because they did not understand that they needed to be here talking to this village council, and that this village council is the one that answers these kinds of conversations. So they went barking up the wrong tree. Some of the people that were at that Chamber of Commerce meeting that work at the township then shared that information with the village administrator, which made it seem as though it was coming complaints from Atlas Township, and that was not the case at all. We have not, at Atlas Township, received any sort of formal complaints in any regard related to food trucks in the village or anywhere in our community. And so there was, it's like playing telephone at a certain point, she hears one snippet, didn't get the message clear, passed it to the next, passed it to the next. So that's how the conversation began. And then, of course, and the ordinance does need to be created, we all agree on that. I've talked to a lot of the GEAR members, and a lot of you on the council, in the room here, are friends of mine. I want cohesiveness between all of us, and I think it can happen. So the bottom line is, as far as the ordinance that got passed, the issue seemed to be that the permitting process really needs to be a process that doesn't have to be per truck, but that allows a separate organization or entity to be able to make those permits or pull those permits through the village on their own or on behalf of the food truck. The limit of 5 is a very vague and concerning issue, especially when one event in 1 month could have blown all your permits, and now how does anybody else get their permits held? So something has to be worked out about that. And I believe there were concerns that the DPW felt only 5 trucks could be in that park at a time. perhaps maybe setting some parameters about where, and then allowing the venue organizers to determine, these are where we're allowed to park our trucks, how do we fit this in? And let that be up to their discretion versus a formal limit. And then some of the other things were concerns about maybe potentially DPW having to do any sort of cleanup, trash pickup, those sorts of things. And then the other issue is, nobody addresses how this deals with graduation parties, and that coming, you know, if I'm hiring a food truck because I don't want to have it catered any other way, I need to now get a permit, and you're not going to get anybody to abide by that. So that's maybe identify that personal home use, home property doesn't need, you know, that's a suggestion for that. And then, of course, the 40-foot from the businesses, that's huge because that's totally screws downtown Christmas also. So those seem to be my notes from the multiple conversations and the fly on the wall. So
Thanks, Katie.
we can do this, folks.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Why does there have to be a fee?
We didn't say we were gonna charge a fee, it was just up on the table because other
Okay,
areas,
because
it was just a suggestion.
I was just curious because
We
I
never
know
said
that
that was a fee.
here gives a lot of money to the community. So if they're paying you guys a fee, that's less money that they're gonna be able to give to organizations like the robotics team.
Well, the
Right,
thing of
that's-
the fee was it was going to be, when we originally said that this was gonna be a food truck vendor's permit, not a gear permit, a food truck vendor's one, so whoever she has coming, our original idea was that they would be coming in and saying, I'm coming to this gear event, what do you need from me? The fee was, because when DPW has to go after, maybe, you know, fix things on the grass if there's mud that day, or pick up all the garbage or anything, to cover their hourly wage. We're not allowed to make any kind of a profit as a municipality,
Yep.
so it's just to cover what is happening after events. If it's $5 a truck, and he's there for 4 hours grabbing trash and
I
picking up.
mean, like the trash?
The trash.
Because one year, my son and I handled the trash
Okay,
Right,
at a Grub Fest. There was no need for anybody. It was spotless when they were done, so there was no need for it. The other thing I have, that kind of concerned me a little bit, is I was looking at a letter from this website about this situation right here, and I was kind of curious, who is the author of that? Because it starts out with a normal
Small
sentence,
caps, yeah, I heard
and it
about
goes
this.
all caps.
Basically feels like we're getting yelled at or
Yeah.
scolded.
Yeah, and I'd like to know whose letter that is.
I seen the caps too. I was
Yeah,
told
who is
about
it?
'em.
I,
Um,
did you guys, I think they did it to make it more of an announcement.
it wasn't meant to be a
I'm
bad
insulted
thing.
by that, and I'd like to see that person disciplined, fired, whatever. I want them out. I'm not a child to be talked that way. Maybe they don't know how the internet works,
Right,
but that's what caps mean. You're getting yelled at.
right, yes.
And how come nobody could comment on that? Just curiosity, why was nobody ever allowed to comment on that particular one?
We don't have any access to
We
the
have
Facebook
no
page.
access as
Okay.
council to touch that. That is the office. We are not allowed to as council members, but we can't keep on engaging in conversation. Last one?
Sure. In light of my recent efforts to inform myself about village-related discussions, I would like to see the council develop a set of protocols and expectations regarding how it uses electronic communication resources as a municipality. Possibly developing a set of standards for what is posted on the village website and the need for a quick turnaround of time-sensitive materials. I would also like the village to determine the purpose of the village Facebook page and develop protocols and expectations for what is posted. Here are a few ideas to get you started. 1, post information in more places than just the newspaper, even if that's the legal requirement. Do the taxpayers pay for the village website? And if they do, could it be more beneficial to the taxpayers? Share information in a timely fashion. Make sure all meeting agendas, minutes, and videos are posted as soon after they are complete. And I know there's some, downloading things and things like that. I'm going to use 2021 as an example. On the website, after my due diligence of searching for things, there are 7 out of 12 months worth of meeting agendas posted for 2021, and 6 of 12 meeting minutes posted from 2021. There are no meeting minutes posted for this current year at all. And I know you had the postponed meeting in January and things, but there would have been a few of them at least for posting. I already spoke to the March 14th meeting video that wasn't posted on the website until April 7th. And prior meeting videos were posted months after they were recorded. I also think that you should discuss the use of social media for informing citizens about upcoming meetings, happenings, and updates. When you look at the website and you look at the Facebook page and you look at the images and things like that, there are more Friday funnies and memes than there are actual village information that would be beneficial to the citizens.
Thank you.
I think you're correct.
I'll give
We
you the numbers next
discussed
time.
this for the longest time about our media presentation.
Yes.
I think she covered a lot of my concerns. I was just wondering, I know I've asked for quite a few months on the website, and last month, I think Sherry, you said you were gonna send a link to everybody. So I'm wondering when the new website is finally gonna get implemented. And there are a lot of missing minutes, agendas. I think maybe what people should understand, that like minutes from this meeting could be posted with draft, but they can't be officially posted till council votes on them the following month. So I'm just wondering if somebody can tell me when the new website is finally gonna show up. And hopefully it'll be more accurate than the current one, because that's lacking quite a bit of info. I'm sorry?
March 1st. I said, I seen the new website, I thought it was already going.
Not yet.
But
It's coming.
it's
Very
really
soon.
nice and it's
Very
gonna
soon.
be so much better than what you've seen. Well, okay,
We're
last
great.
one.
I do know that a lot of community members that weren't able to be here wrote in. Do those get read or displayed anywhere?
Oh, Facebook page?
I
I don't know
just-
anything about that. That would have to be the
That
office.
would be public comment, right?
They could send it here,
They can
yeah.
send a letter to,
They did.
To who?
I would assume you.
Do you know if there's like email today, or?
Yeah, Andrea Hudson
oh,
emailed in.
Andrea, okay.
Requesting that it be read into the record?
I have no idea.
I don't know, I wouldn't do it unless I was asked to put it into the record.
So someone that can't be here, they have to request that, that we.
They can send a letter
We've
to
had
be
letters
read into the
before that
record.
I've had to like read on record out
Usually
loud.
they'll send it to one of
Sure.
us
I will even comment.
and we can read it out loud.
Yeah.
And then the Zoom,
Zoom
setting up the
meetings-
Zoom for public comment, because that was a
No,
couple
that's
months
not,
ago.
because that was only for COVID.
Nope, you
No,
You
have Zoom
misspoke,
now.
and then everybody on the board corrected you, that was not correct information.
Well, that's what Katie
Right.
told me. Katie, is that correct? That, Katie, come on.
They said you can, the way that you talked about it, because I watched the
Right.
video again, you cannot hold a public hearing, not you guys in person, but you can host people who want to comment on the meeting who are not able to attend.
Is
So
that true?
somebody
Yes.
could be at home watching this live.
So they can
And they
participate?
could, because then you were talking about the $150 that used to pay somebody to,
Oh,
clip the
videotape
thing.
the cam,
And then
yeah.
Sherry wasn't sure.
Yes.
She said she could try to do the Zoom and do the camera, but that
Right.
might be too much.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Melissa talked about getting a volunteer in
Yeah.
to, help, or a high school kid.
I just was unsure about,
There was like a lot of pastors.
Yeah, you just can't participate as council members because you vote.
we can't participate,
Right.
like, we
But
can't
public
want to, but the
comment.
public can.
You have to be here in the meeting, the public can attend via Zoom.
And
So
they
they're
comment.
allowed to ask questions
Yes.
Only
Okay.
during public comment time.
during public.
So was that, I know there was trouble at the beginning, was it put together, was it on?
Still having trouble with it. We've had trouble with our email service today, all day
So
today.
anyone that wanted to attend via Zoom wasn't able to today?
Okay,
That's
I
right.
did, I was
No,
trying
I'm
to find
just-
it out.
I know last month you said there were problems, and this month now I'm assuming there's problems. It was my understanding last month that, I don't remember her name, your new employee, the new treasurer, that she did like a trial run during the afternoon and everything was working. Would it be possible to ask her to attend the next meeting, and maybe there's something that you guys aren't
We've been having
looking at?
problems with our server, and this
Oh.
upgrade today that the council approved is gonna help hopefully eliminate these
Okay,
issues.
but could maybe council approve him, or
That's up to
suggest
council.
that she come, if she's knowledgeable on setting up Zoom meetings? Because now this is the second month that
Who-
it hasn't been
I
available.
missed, a new treasurer?
It was my understanding that last month during the day, she went on and kind of did a trial run and everything was working with the Zoom, it was all
Oh,
set
I
up.
didn't know about that.
But at the meeting time, I know I
Is
was
it because
home,
it's down here?
I don't know.
pardon me?
I was asking, is it because the computer's down here? Because I know we've had issues with getting connection down here. Well, we're gonna
Well,
find out.
maybe she
We're
could
gonna-
bring it down here and do a trial run next
Yeah.
meeting, and then come to the meeting even. I mean, maybe
Right.
there's
I can
something
tell you from
everybody's
past
missing.
experiences, getting anything out of this room is difficult to do unless you bring in a hard wire. It doesn't
I
pick
don't know.
up.
I mean, my phone works good
Wi-Fi.
down here.
Well, I apologize, phones,
Well, I mean, but
With your
that's on the
electronics.
internet. I mean, I'm getting the internet and I'm getting
Yeah.
the signal, so I have a good signal,
We're going to
actually.
figure it out.
I'm talking
and we are
about
going
integrated
to-
with upstairs and going out through what we've got up there. Okay.
I don't know. It's just my suggestion that maybe she
Make it
show
quick.
up.
This is just, I just want, in layman's terms, the ordinance, I just wanna make sure I understand personally.
Okay,
I was under the impression that nothing on here can be changed, this is law. You guys are saying we're gonna look back into this, so can things on here be changed?
I,
It is law right now, it doesn't mean that we can't
we
pass
can't
another
amend it.
resolution.
we can amend it.
Amending is going
So
back.
things can be changed, so we were
Yes.
misled when this, we were told nothing can be
You
changed.
can always
on
change
this.
the law.
Yes,
That's what I kind of figured.
yes, you can.
Like I said, there's been a little bit of,
Yes.
you know,
It's hard to
information that's
get
coming
all of
out.
us.
You could also petition for a referendum if the council chose not to
Right,
pursue
if the council
anything.
chooses
Right.
not to.
It's all in
Which
our
we are
charter.
more than willing to.
And
This was never meant to be an attack on gear. This all blew up out of, it was just,
We just need to all sit down together.
yes,
and
I
talk.
totally
I
agree,
agree.
yes.
A perfect idea.
We,
Yeah.
I have, this is all not about,
all right, Tony,
are budget meetings open to the public?
Every
yeah, yes, you just
every
can't
meeting
speak.
that-
Every meeting, everybody's welcome to come to.
are you saying, wait, she's saying the budget meeting or the
Yeah.
budget workshops?
The budget workshops, you can't come to.
The workshops are what we're trying to figure out.
Oh, no, the
before
budget workshops, they can come.
Yeah,
okay.
They're just, it's just a workshop, though, there's nothing being done.
Yes,
Yeah, it's,
They can come and observe, absolutely.
and I wish you would.
we wish people would come. We
Now,
really
we're-
do.
This is actually exciting, because there's usually one person, Mr. Dave's here taking notes, nobody's ever here.
Yeah, Dave's here all the
Dave's the only one
time.
that's ever here.
Thanks, Dave.
They've
Matt wants to say something.
I gotta throw a quick question.
Matt has a very quick last question from DPW.
Council comment,
Just for record, I just want to clarify, I'm not opposed to a second person, the part-time. I'd love to have summer help. And going back to the safety thing, the machine I'm talking about, it's not really safety. It takes 3 people to run. There's a truck driver, somebody on the air compressor, and somebody turn.
Right,
So I just want to make sure.
yeah, that's.
I had to think about it from like, that wasn't too good answer, so.
Thank you.
public comment?
No, I'm with Keith. I'm ready to adjourn this
Support
meeting.
that? I
Make a motion?
Make a motion
No,
to,
I- Thank you. Well, it's good to see everybody here. It's very important that you're participating. As a matter of fact, we have positions open on committees. It's hard to find somebody that wants to serve the time, that wants to come to the meetings.
we
You
have a
have
lot of
people
the
that
same
have had to
people.
serve on committees for, 15, 20 years.
Yes, and we'd
We
love
have-
to see
we have
people
like
join.
Certain positions, certain committees, we have 3 openings now.
We've had the same people on planning and zoning for years. We need people to sign up.
That's right.
So
And
that-
election next November. And I don't know, what, at least 2 positions open?
3.
3 open. And thank you much for coming. And please Come again. Come again on any issue.
Sorry, girl.
Now,
All right, I will make the motion to adjourn.
Second.
Third.
all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Uh,
There's your win.